Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. It can be your adventures, and this time we're on for another vlog. We're on for another, not adventure, but another time to inspire a lot of our subscribers, as well as for those who are seeing this vlog at this moment. And this vlog is very personal, very unique, because I'm gonna be sharing to you guys about my experience of how I survive living here in the UK. And much more so for all of those overseas Filipino workers who are watching this vlog is for you. So guys, before we jumpstart with our vlog for today, I'm inviting everyone to please subscribe to my channel. It can be your adventures. Click the subscribe button and join the bandwagon. We're almost reaching 1,300 subscribers. We're now currently on 1,270 subscribers. And thank you guys for all of those who have subscribed already to my channel, for joining in and believing in my cause. And we've built already a community of dreamers. And also don't forget to hit the bell notification to for you guys to receive updates in terms of what's happening with me here in London and my adventures anywhere else in the world. And so guys, so finally we're up again for another vlog, and this is actually like an offshoot to the vlog that I made the last time about my transition from getting an Australian license and heading to London to pursue a nursing career and getting my UK license as a nurse. For all of you guys who have not known me yet, and for those of you who has not yet subscribed to my channel, my name is Kenneth. I'm 32 years old, and I'm currently living here in London and working as a full-time nurse in a private hospital. And prior to arriving here in London on February 2015, I was actually living and practicing my nursing career in Australia for like a very short time, for like, let's say 3 to 4 months before I transitioned heading here in London to pursue a nursing career. And luckily and fortunately, I was able to like stay here and loving how my life here in London is for the last 5 years. And just recently in February of this year, I was able to like get my permanent residency status. So I'm already a permanent resident of United Kingdom, and hopefully next year I'll be a British citizen and will be able to get that British passport, God's willing. This vlog is actually a continuation of my story about how I struggled, or how I faced my struggles of transitioning from Australia, going here in the UK, and how I was able to like survive the last 5 years. It was never easy. It was a roller coaster ride. There was like up and downs of living my life here in the UK. There's a lot of adjustments, a lot of realizations, as well as a lot of lessons learned along the way. But to be honest, the destination is not the most important, but it's always the journey. So, and you know, the people that you've met along the way, and the experience that you have, the experiences that you have experienced along the way in reaching for your dreams are the most important, and the most probably the most important, and the things that you would remember on your journey. So guys, when I arrived here February 2015, that was the time when I arrived here in the UK. That was like 5 years ago already. Winter time, I arrived here, bringing with me actually a challenge that I will be able to like pay my debts that I've incurred when I went to pursue a nursing career in Australia. It was never easy, because not like a lot of nurses came here to the UK, wherein they only think about how they will be adjusting here in the UK for the next couple of years that they're gonna be practicing their profession. But on my part, it's like a double whammy, because the thing is, apart from thinking about how I will be able to like adjust my life here in the UK or living here in the UK, I have to think as well of how I'm gonna pay my debts. from Australia, which, to be honest, has cost me more than a million pesos. So it's never easy, bearing in mind that you have a lot of things to like think apart from like living and adjusting here in the UK. But to tell you honestly, it was all worth it, and I'm gonna share to you my personal experiences of how I was able to like cope with everything, which I believe will also be beneficial for you guys, for all of you who wants to start a dream here in the UK, or for all of you who has just started living here in the UK, maybe a few years of living here in the UK and still, you know, on the process of adjusting here in the UK. This will be beneficial for you because I'm gonna share to you my personal experiences of how I was able to like live a life of purpose here in the UK. The very first thing that I did actually when I arrived here in the UK is to think about how I should maintain a low-key life, or a life that's living a life that is within my means. Because when you come here in the UK, you get overwhelmed with the salary that you'll be receiving. Because to tell you honestly, the first salary that I received is equivalent to my 1-year salary in the Philippines. So that was the very first time I received that huge amount of money, and I got so overwhelmed. But instead of like spending too much on a lot of things, I live a life of frugality. So I was very frugal in things. So I always like think about the things that I only need and buy. I'm not into shopping. I normally like think about what things to like buy, only the things that I really need so much, and also always living a life within your means. And you know, it's always it's not bad to pamper yourself at times, because you know, working so hard when you're here in the UK. But of course, you have to think about how you're gonna save for the future, how you're gonna invest for the future, and how are you gonna be able to like survive financially here in the UK. Here, much more so here in the London, because the cost of living here in the London is really high. So you have to like really think about prioritizing what comes first, and what are your needs and what are your wants. And I was able to like live up until now, for the last 5 years, a life that is within my means. So how I live my life back home in the Philippines, I get to live it here in London. So it doesn't mean that situations have changed, because you know, Philippines is way too different when you are here in London. Because here in London you spend what, pounds, and in the Philippines you spend pesos. So it's way too different. But the only thing about it is that you have to know what to prioritize. You need to prioritize the things that you only need. Also, while I live a life within my means, I live a frugal life, I also pamper myself, not through buying things, but through traveling. So on the very first months that I was here in the UK, I thought to myself, so how can I be able to like get into the culture of the UK, or of the British people. So what I did is to like research more on places, on how I can get on to other places. It makes me so excited, because the thing is, London is a new environment. It's way too different from the Philippines. So what I did is book a bus, like book very cheap, because during that time, you know, buses are very cheap. So you can travel from London, hop onto one bus, and you can go to another county. So what I did is I started discovering UK by my own, and some couple of friends to join in with adventures. So in that way, I was able to like see how UK is as a place. You know, if it's really good for living. You know, I discovered a lot of counties, all the way from south of England, north of England. I was able to like discover as well places in Scotland as well as in Wales, and to see the differences between counties and between areas or regions in the UK. And that helped me so much in understanding how the culture and traditions differ from one place to another, because UK is very big. And so in order for you to like establish yourself in knowing the culture and tradition of the UK, is for you to like see different places, and also experience for yourself how it is in the countryside, how it is in different cities here in the UK. That way, you'll be able to see a clear picture of how UK is in terms of the place, in terms of how it is geographically speaking. During the time while I was like discovering places from different places here in the UK, I also built my my connections with people. During that time, I was introduced to the platform couchsurfing, wherein I become a host to different strangers of different nationalities. So I opened my home to strangers coming from different countries, coming from different nationalities, in order for me also to be more tolerant, to be more open, and also to be more vulnerable about my story. And also there is an exchange of culture as well as traditions and information about different countries. In that way, you expand your horizon in terms of your connections as well as your knowledge in different people in different countries from around the globe. Since I started my life here in London, another way of me in order to cope with the culture and the tradition of the British people is also to like get to know the city itself. So here I was very fortunate to be living here in London, because there are a lot of things that you can do, and there are a lot of places that you can see here in London. And most of the museums are free in here. You can do museum hopping, it's free. You can enjoy history at all levels when you try to like discover different landmarks here in the UK. During that time when I was here in the UK, I tried to like familiarize myself of the city, how the transportation goes, how people act or behave in terms of how they interact with different people of different backgrounds. So I was like able to like enjoy knowing the traditions and the culture when I try to dig deep, you know, of London more. And now I could say to myself that whoever comes here in London, feel free to contact me. I'll be happy to tour you around and to tell you so much wonderful history of London. It's another way of what I did in order to survive living here in the UK is to discover your potentials. I discovered a lot of things about myself, develop hobbies that you haven't develop yet when you were back home in your home country. When you're here in London, you can do whatever you want. When I arrived here in the UK, I told myself I don't want to be a nurse only. I wanted to be a multifaceted individual wherein I can do things away from my profession, whatever it is, for as long as it will give you learning as well as you're gonna earn money, it doesn't matter. So when I was here in the UK, I developed my passion for photography. I also developed my passion for cooking, as well as my passion for travel and do vlogging and YouTube. So I became a YouTuber. I developed my passion for like vlogging, as well as my passion for photography, as well as cooking. And to tell you honestly, when I was here in the UK, I did a lot of different blue-collar jobs. When they say blue-collar jobs, these are cash-on-hand jobs. So you have to first establish yourself with connections. It never comes easy. You have to talk to people. You have to establish friendships and connections in order for you to be led to people who knows someone who can connect you to these jobs. So I was able to become an editor for students for their essays as well as the research papers. So they were giving me tasks to do, to edit their works, and then they give me money thereafter. So that away, apart from doing my full-time job as a nurse, I do one of those. I also tried becoming a businessman, and so I tried selling cheesecakes. With my housemate before, we used to sell cheesecakes, and it was like selling hotcakes. So it was like, wow, we really, I really never thought, you know, never in my wildest imagination I will be able to like venture into business when I'm here in London. So I was able to like sell gold as well, sell different products to different people. I developed my skill in marketing as well as selling things, you know, direct selling, from cakes to gold to Filipino food to pack things, you know, things. So I was able to like do that. I also did a job of attending dogs. So I was like attending someone's dog, and then they will pay me for like taking care of their dogs for like, let's say 8 hours in a day. So it's not like consistently being offered to me. So whenever an opportunity comes, I normally like grab that one. And also my bread and butter, apart from being a nurse, is becoming a private carer for private clients. And so that's where I put so much of my effort in working from hospital, and then going into private clients, and you know, they pay me as cash on hand. And you know, the thing is, what might take and the thing is, I enjoyed all of those. You know, the thing is, I'm not a very choosy person, so whatever opportunity comes into me, I normally grab it, because I've got this mentality that whatever it is, big or small, it might not be related to your profession, or it might be related to your profession. Whatever it is, big or small, you have to think that out of this you learn something. It's always like that. So in all of these things that you do, you always remind yourself that after all of this, it's gonna make sense. All of this that I'm doing is gonna make sense. So that's always my reminder to myself, because I've got like loads of things to like think. I need to pay off my debts, as well as I don't want to compromise my passion and love for travel and adventure. So I try to like hone my skills as well in painting. I did a couple of things. So I try to like have myself occupied with a lot of things to do here in London, because you can be as I said, you can be anyone you want to be when you are here in London. It just takes a lot of confidence, a lot of guts, and also that desire to like start, because they say it's always the start that's the hardest, and once you're getting into it, once you're there, the rest will be history. All right, so now I'm back. So now I'm bringing here my coin box. So guys, when you're here in the UK, make sure that you also know how to save money. You know, having coin banks, I know it sounds funny, but having coin banks will save your life here in the UK. And so while I was here living in the UK, since I arrived here, I have coin banks with me. And so whatever coins that I see on the streets, or whichever, anything, any money, whatever comes in your way, if you see coins somewhere, just get it, put it here. Even if it's like 1 pence, 2 pence, 5 pence, 50 pence, whatever, just put it in here on your coin banks. Start saving small, and you know, it makes so much of a difference. And also, there are a lot of platforms wherein you can also sell secondhand things. There is Shpok, wherein you can advertise your things, and then someone's gonna buy it for like let's say at a lower price, and then you can earn money. You can also lend old books in an organization like Zifit. It's like an app wherein you can appraise your used books, like pocket books, and then you can exchange it for money. They will get all the books that you've appraised in their application, and then you can get money out of it. So everything, you know, hindi ako nahihiya na namumulot ako ng basura here in the UK, because the thing is, may pera sa basura. So all of those things that you get from the streets, if it's still usable, you can still use them. Take it with you, sell them at a very low price. If you have like books, sell it as well. You can always do things in order for you to like earn money here in the UK. So maybe these things that I've been telling you, my experiences, might work for you, or it might not work for you. But whatever it is, you always have to think that you've sacrificed so much in order for you to come here, or in order for you to be where you are right now. So that's it, guys. So thank you so much for listening to my stories about how I managed to like survive my life here in the UK. And I hope that you've learned something from it. If you've got like any questions or anything that you wanted to share, just put your comments down below, and I'll be happy to answer your comments, and also to give you some light on what to do next in order for you to like survive living here in United Kingdom. I know it's never easy, but it's totally worth it.